Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I will show you guys how to make a program that checks whether a number is prime or not. So let's get to it. So guys, the first thing you want to do is define your class. So I'm gonna go ahead and define it right now. The name of the class can be chosen by you, but I'll choose it as prime, so it makes sense. So you want to have your initialize method, of course, which will take as an argument the number itself, so the number you want to check for. So I'm gonna go ahead and define that. Now the second thing you want to have, and it will be predefined, is the divisor list. So as you probably know, every number has a divisor, and we will put it in this list. So you have this self.divisor, I'm gonna write list so it makes more sense, is equal to an empty list basically. So you want to have a function that gets the divisors of the number. So definition get divisor self. So you want to make a for loop which basically iterates through a range of numbers and returns that number. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. So for num, which comes from number, in range of 1, so it starts from 1 and it goes all the way ahead to self.num, the number which you give, plus 1. So basically what it is doing right now is it goes from the number 1 till self.num plus 1. So recognize that I put plus 1 because the range function only goes for, so example, if the number was 4, it would go till 1 to 3 and it will stop at 3. So of course we want to also get the number itself, so that's why I did that. So now we're gonna check if the number that we get from iterating through this range is a divisor of the number. So we will check this by doing if self.num, so the number, mod, the mod of built-in function. So what this mod does, I said that in my previous video, so it checks if the division that it doesn't have has any reminder. So we want to check only for the numbers with which when they divide have no reminder, so those are the divisors. So we're gonna check if this is equal to 0, and if this is equal to 0, the division, then we will go ahead and add the this divisor, the number, to the divisor list basically. Divisor list dot append function, which adds the number, the object, to the list, in this case the number. And then after this is done, so this will keep on going for every number in this range, and when this ends it will break out by itself, so we will make it return true so that we know when it breaks out. Okay, so this is our get divisor function, it's done. Now we need to check if the number is prime. So definition, so now we want to check, yeah, if the number is prime. So prime check self, of course, and now we will we will check if this function is done. So basically when it's done appending all the divisors, it will return true. So this is what we're gonna do now, check if the function is done. So if self.get divisor equals true, so it's done, it has done his job. So when the function is done doing its thing, if 1 and self.num, so basically if the number has the divisors 1 and self.num, which till now it's perfectly fine, any number has those because any number is divisible by 1 and himself. So if those two numbers are in the divisor list, and this is very important, and the length of the divisor list, so this will return an integer, and we're basically checking if this number has the divisors 1 and itself, and the length of the divisor of number of divisors is only 2, so basically its only divisors are 1 in itself, so that means it's prime. So we're gonna check if this is equal only to 2. So if this is true, we will have it print out this number is prime, and else we will have it to print this number isn't prime. So this is basically it for the program. To run it, you need to make an instance again, p from prime 1, that's how I usually name my instances, prime, and it will ask for a number. We will try 3, we know that that is prime, and then we will run this method, p1 dot prime check. Make sure you have the brackets at the end. So I will go ahead and run this, run prime check. This number is prime, you see. So for example, now if I put 4 here and run it again, this number isn't prime. So you see guys, it works. So yeah, this is the video. Thank you very much for watching, and if you found out you liked it, make sure you leave a subscribe and a like. If you didn't, leave a dislike. Thank you very much. I hope you have a nice day.